I'm Ken, and you're watching Kilt Can Cook, the Scottish cooking channel that encourages young men and women to have the confidence and competence they need to conquer the kitchen. Happy New Year is what I'm saying from here, the past, which is actually Christmas Eve when I'm filming this episode. We're going to be making macaroni and cheese with ham, and we're going to be using my mum's recipe. Oh, it's fantastic, I love it. My family's had it in our house for, gosh, it must be months now. And we're going to be perfecting it with a wee bit of ham and some crushed hazelnuts as a breading, and it's going to be fantastic. You're going to love it, I love it. Let's be about it, shall we?
Alrighty, macaroni and cheese with ham. I made this after I'd cooked a ham for Christmas Eve's Eve, so I've plenty of leftover ham here. You can use bacon here if you didn't have ham on hand. Once again, I use hazelnuts from my friends at Rock Farms for the breading. It's even more delicious than using panko breadcrumbs. Alright, we're going to start by preheating the cooker to 350, and we're going to put 2 cups of water to boil. Now we're going to start cooking our ham. Now the ham's already cooked, you could eat it like it is now, but it's not as tasty as it could be, so we're going to caramelise it. All those nice sugars, we're going to put it on a high heat, and we're going to cook it fast, and flip it a couple of times, and it's going to make this nice delicious caramelised crust. It's going to be fantastic. Now, don't worry if it curls a wee bit at the end, it's fine. At some point, you can even do it before you start cooking. You want to smash to bits your roasted hazelnuts with a hammer. If you already got some other type of breading, you don't need to worry about this. But we basically want dust. See, like this. Now we're going to take one piece of ham off and put another on. I'm cutting this, but oh goodness, that's very hot. Alright, we're going to wait a tick on that. With our water boiling, we're going to add our noodles. And we cook them for about a minute less than it says to on the instructions. Since our meat is cooler, we're going to start cutting it. Use a nice sharp knife for this, but be careful, don't cut your hand off. And once our time is done, it's time to drain our noodles. When everything is still hot in the pot, we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of butter, and then drain our noodles a wee bit further, and add our noodles to the pot. Stir it all around a wee bit, and set aside for the time being. Now, we use the pan we cooked the ham in, and we're going to melt a large batch of butter. All those nice caramelised juices, they're going to just kind of blend together and make this delicious sauce. It's going to be fantastic. Basically, it's going to be caramel. Once the butter is mostly melted, we're going to add 1/3 cup of flour, and they're just going to stir that around until it all kind of blends together nice and even like. Now we're going to add a cup of milk, and we're going to blend that all together. Oh, until it all dissolves, and it's going to look good. See, it looks like caramel. Isn't that delicious? Add another cup of... Oh, that was eggnog. Don't want to use that. Use milk instead. That's much better. And stir that around until this melts. That's good. If it looks like my editing choices are a wee bit off, that's mostly because I was operating on nil battery. That was my mistake. See, it's ready to add more now. Oh, look at this. I'm so glad I decided to use caramelised. Caramel adds a nice sweetened flavour to this. You could almost call this sort of a dessert macaroni and cheese. Add a wee bit of salt and pepper to taste. Stir it around a wee bit more. Let it sit for another, I don't know, minute or two. No, didn't need too much. And when it's ready, stir it up a wee bit, make sure it starts bubbling, and add in your other ingredients. We're going to be adding in our cheese. 2 handfuls, 2 big giant handfuls of cheddar and I think this is jack cheese. That's about 2 cups, I'm sure. I'm going to use a spoon to blend it all together, just like so. A nice hefty spoon, really. And then we're going to add in our mozzarella shredded and our ham. Oh, this is looking good, isn't it? Careful, it's going to melt very quick. Now, once it does melt, we're going to transfer all of this into the macaroni that's in the pot. Make sure you turn the pan off too. And we're going to get all that ooey gooey cheesy goodness out of there. I'm going to stir that around. Remember, big hefty spoon. Big hefty spoon. Because all this cheese, it wants to stick together. We're going to put it into a casserole pot. And like so. I guess it's a casserole dish, not a casserole pot. Mine wasn't perfectly blended, so we're going to blend it a wee bit more when it's in the dish. Like so. All that cheese got to be blended. Alright, now it's time to add our breading. Remember, I am using hazelnuts. You can use panko breadcrumbs or whatever you like. But we're going to cook this for about 25 minutes at 350 degrees until your breading is golden brown. Mine is already roasted, so it's already kind of a golden brown to begin with. So I'm going to check the internal temperature of the dish, just to make sure everything's nice and ooey gooey even still. And, okay, I have no idea what this is going to prove. I'm just going to take it out and see if it's done, because I am hungry. Alright, and scoop it up and, oh, perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Alright, and there you have it, macaroni and cheese with ham. Now, don't be put off by the slightly brown colour. Remember, we made a caramelised version of everything. But if the colour does put you off, make sure you don't cook your sauce in the caramelised ham juices. It may not look traditional, but this is amazing. If you'd rather have that yellow colour, clean your skillet first, start from scratch. But as for now, you're watching Kilt Can Cook, the Scottish cooking channel that encourages young men and women to have the confidence and competence they need to conquer the kitchen. Oh, cheesy. So good.